Hey YouTubers, it's Guardian Mike, and I'm here to talk about, in our series about working with, using an attorney, how to do that. How will it work for you? Don't forget to leave a comment below on what you'd like to hear on how better to work with attorneys, how to use the attorney, have a happy attorney, and you be happy with a happy outcome. We're in guardianship. We're talking about aging in America. And when you have an attorney, you're going to have to talk about the fees. Now, typically, you can have a consult fee, and when you're trying to wrap your arms around a problem, you don't know what you have. I would think that, and I would suggest to clients that come in, they don't really know what they want me for, and they are struggling. Concept is, look, you know, I've been living across the state. I come over here, the neighbor's mowing the yard, the neighbor's taking mom and dad to restaurants. Mom and dad don't even know who I am. And I've been gone only maybe 3 months. You know, I don't know if they had a stroke or what. Well, you know, if you're ready to take action, you can do that, but you might want to get more information. So if we're going to gather information, you're going to gather information, and I tell you what to get. You're going to obtain some information, and I tell you what to do. And you're going to maybe take mom and dad to get evaluated. You might want to pay by a consult. Say, listen, I need 1 hour of your time, attorney. I need 1 to 3 hours of your time, attorney. What's that going to be? There is the flat fee. You come in and say, listen, I would like to have a family dispute mediated. I need a half a day of an attorney time, and it may go 3 hours, it may go 5 hours. Do you have a flat fee for that? You know, and we're going to use the Community Dispute Resolution Center. Every county in the United States is supposed to have a Community Dispute Resolution Center, and it should be available for family disputes, particularly in the guardianship area, for a nominal fee. You don't have to have an attorney there. You're entitled to have attorneys there, but talk to the Dispute Resolution Center in your county to see what that's at. So if you need somebody to show up at something that's out of court, ask them about, is there a flat fee that you charge, and is there a range of that? Hourly consult, you want an hour or a half hour, what you want, or a range of time, and or a flat fee. At some point, you're going to transition from hourly to a flat fee, maybe a minimal fee. Say, listen, what is it that you charge for a will? What is it that you charge for a guardianship? What's the minimum? How do you pay for that? So if you have a minimum and you bleed down on that, you draw down on that like gas from a tank, and you want it refilled, ask the lawyer. They're pretty open to that stuff. Say, listen, I charge a minimum of so much an hour, and I charge, you pay me, it's a deposit, and that I draw off of that. Don't be afraid to talk about fees. One of the areas that lawyers are some lawyers, and they're not supposed to be, they're a little bit shy about talking about that. Clients are shy about talking about that. That's kind of important. You know, you lay it right up there. Not in a rude way. Say, listen, what if I were to hire you by an hourly rate? What if I just want a consult? Am I offending you if I do a consult this week? I go out and do some homework, and I come back in a couple weeks and do another consult for just an hour? Am I cheating on you? And am I cheating on you if I talk to another lawyer? Some lawyers and doctors are sensitive about it. I think they have fragile personalities, frankly. I don't care if you talk to 50 people. I don't care, and you're not cheating on me. The more informed you are, the better you are. And I think that that is probably the professional standing of the state bars that you're in, and certainly the national organizations and the ABA. We together want informed clients, informed individuals, okay? So the more informed you are, the better client you're going to be. Some people, I believe it's a minority, get a little bit offended. Well, just talk about it, you know, just say, listen, you know, start with yourself and say, you know, I never expected to be in this position. I am in kind of a crisis. I've got my mom and dad, I got my kids, I'm in a sandwich-like generation, I got siblings. I need just further assurances. You know, I know the world is round and not flat, but I would like to take a look at more than one photo. And you know what? I like you, attorney, and I don't want to offend you, but I've got 2 or 3 consults, each with an hour. Are you going to be okay with that? Because you're going to probably hear about that later on. And I'm looking to work with somebody, and I kind of want to make sure that we can communicate well, we can cooperate well, and again, what are the fee structures regarding hourly consults, regarding flat fee, regarding transitions, and then there's a whole area about contingency fees that's beyond the scope of this introductory here. This is just very basic to get you going, and I'm doing in this YouTube, I'm learning how to do this, so I have a couple, 2 or 3 different series that are at the basic, what I would call one-on-one level. Then I'll kick it up. I can kick this up at any level, but I'm looking for guidance from you. We're building staff, we're building how to do this, you know, connect a website, which we're working on, to Facebook, with YouTube, to be informative, And lawyers have they're citizens just like you. In the preamble of the ABA, we're citizens, attorneys are citizens, but we have a special duty towards justice, special duty in society towards justice. One of those justices, one of the attributes of justice, I believe, is to perfect your knowledge of the truth. We're seeking truth. We're seeking justice. So garbage in, garbage out. So I'm hoping that this helps you in a little bit. It will help you have a better experience in life, because it's tough. It's really tough as you age with aging parents, and sometimes you have mixed generations, you have 2nd or 3rd marriages, you have stepkids. It's tough. And many of these issues come up over and over again. The courts are transitioning into becoming problem-solving courts, but they were not equipped. 20, 30 years ago, this was not a problem-solving court, so we are seeing things for the first time, and state court administrators are trying to work on it. Everybody is trying to help, as our families are under crisis, and our societies and communities are under crisis. And in the midst of this, you have these wolves in sheep's clothing that are feeding upon our loved ones, feeding on the most vulnerable. That's why I'm doing this. If it's not helping, God, let me know. Don't be afraid to say, hey, that was good, that was bad. Salt, I think sugar, vinegar, salt, pepper, whatever you want to say, let me know how it helps, okay? And don't be afraid to talk to your attorney about things like fees. That's what this was about. Please, please, please talk about fees early and often, okay?